So inside the lungs, we've got a number of different volumes within the lungs that we can calculate and measure, and that are important. The first one is what you've probably all covered at some point, which is tidal volume. Then we've got inspiratory, expiratory reserve volume, residual volume, vital and total lung capacity. Now you're going to be filling this chart out as we go through in your workbooks. So tidal volume is what you will know is just your normal breathing. So an easy breath in and an easy breath out. You're not thinking about it. It's just you relaxed. So you're looking at about 350 milliliters breathing in normally. And you'll probably be asked about how it changes during exercise. Now, despite this, 500 milliliters, only 350 milliliters actually gets the alveoli, which leaves 150 ml just resting in the bronchioles and pharynx, larynx, and doesn't actually get there. It just holds and waits to be breathed out. So in terms of exercise, your tidal volume will increase. Okay, so you then need to start breathing in more and breathing out more. And in order to do that, you then need to dip into two other different volumes. So we'll look at the inspiratory reserve volume first and then the expiratory reserve volume second. So this is what you've got left in the tank. So as you are breathing right now, nice and relaxed, you can, if you wanted to, breathe further in. And that's just what you have in reserve. So it's available if you fancied using it. So if you were exercising and think about running a marathon, marathon runners are trying to run at their limit towards the end, and they might have to have that thought process of, well, how much have I got left in the tank? Can I afford to go a little bit faster? Am I already at my limit? So in terms of your inspiratory reserve volume, it will decrease as you exercise. So your normal tidal volume, all right, will increase during exercise, and that goes into your inspiratory reserve volume. So towards the end of a race, you need to think, right, well, I think I've got a little bit more available that you could use for the last mile or something like that. So you can now use that, which then gives you hardly any inspiratory reserve volume left to draw upon in case you need to do a final sprint. Now, the extra that you can breathe in is an extra 3 litres, which is quite important as you start to exercise. So that's there. So you can see that just breathing in normally. That's the extra you've got in reserve if you felt like you needed to use it. Now, expiratory reserve volume exactly the same, except from when you breathe out. So this is measured from the bottom of a normal tidal volume breath to the very end of an expiration. So as you're breathing in and out, nice and easy, you've got an extra 1.5 litres of air available if you chose to use it. So again, as you start to exercise, you'll eat into that reserve, and therefore you'll have less available at the very end of a race if you're at the limit. So that's simple. This is breathing out as far as you can, so you've got no breath left. Residual volume is what's beyond that. Okay, so you've got your expiratory reserve volume, and then you've got this space here. Now, this residual volume is everything that is left in the lungs that you're unable to use. So breathing everything out that you possibly can, there's still air within the lungs. You can't get rid of all of it. So you can't, it's not like an empty balloon where there's zero air in it. There will always be some there. And that's what this is, a residual volume. So typical value can be 1.2 litres if you're at maximum expiration. Okay, and it's simply the difference between your total lung capacity, which is everything, and your vital capacity, which we'll come to in a minute, but it's simply a full expiration. All right, so there's your residual volume. That's just what's left over and can't be used. So So vital capacity is taking the biggest deep breath in you can, and then taking the biggest expiration you can. And it's the volume of air from full inspiration to full expiration. And that's about 3.5 litres to roughly 6 litres. And that will differ based on size, shape, gender, training history, training type. So obviously those endurance athletes will be tipping more towards the 6 litres instead of your strength athletes who don't necessarily rely on these types of lung capacities. All right, so that's one inspiration all the way down to the expiration. And lastly, you've got your total lung capacity, which is everything in one. All right, so you've got a total of typical volume of 6 litres as an average male. Okay, so that's inspiratory reserve volume, tidal volume, expiratory reserve volume, and your residual volume, all in one. All right, and that's what we would measure.